Happy New Year, everybody. I think, crossing my fingers, that all of the changes on SmartFox are done. So I wanted to give you an overview of the changes that affect the import so we can get back to work, wrap up these integrated math courses, and then move forward. Um, so one of the first things you'll notice is they added lessons. And now everything we were putting in assignments is going to go into lessons. So that's one big change. Everything else will stay the same, like the titles and how we were pacing everything, but they won't be assignments. So the other thing that has changed is there's this toolbar. It has a lot more options in it. We can't copy and paste images anymore, so I'm going to show you how to do that, and then we'll talk about the videos. One thing that we need to be careful of, as we're importing, is that everything is in Helvetica size 12. So you want to select all Helvetica 12, and then I've been doing these subheadings in 18, so if you can change those and make them bold. I just went through one of the courses, and there's issues with the spacing again, so just make sure that we don't have, when we import, space like this, so we want to make sure it's like that. Okay, so those are the major differences there. And then the other thing is we have an equation editor now, so we can make these equations right in SmartFox. So I will show one. R equals. So now we can create all the equations that we were writing out in words before. If you click that link here, tech documentation, you'll get all the codes. So you see how I had / square root 36, and then it created the sign. So if you go here, you'll see other codes like theta, I don't know, what else do you need? Fractions, the first bracket is the top and the second bracket is the bottom. So there's examples here. You can figure out how or what the most common codes are. It takes a little getting used to, but you'll get it. It's just, practice. Okay, so there's that. And then the images. So let me close this out. And we'll have to develop a better strategy for organizing them when we start integrated math 3. But down here, there's a media library now. So what I did for 2B is I uploaded all the images that I had through lesson 7.4. And we're going to use this URL to actually put the image in the lesson. So instead of going back and forth between the media library and the lesson, I just figured out you can click Excel and it will give you the sheet that has everything. Alright, so this isn't going to match because these are from Unit 7 and I pulled the lesson, I think, from 5. But anyways, I just want to show you how it works. So I'm going to go back into the sample lesson I made. Alright. And I'm going to put another image in. So now when we're putting images, we go to this button, image button, and it asks for a URL. So if you were going in order of the lesson, so like this is 7.2, there's image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would probably be easiest to keep open the lesson and just kind of go back and forth and make sure you're pulling the images and putting them in the right spot. So now I'm going to take this URL, drop it in here. We don't want to go over 400, so you can change it to 400 and it will shrink the whole thing. Alright, so that'll drop the image in here. There it is. Okay, so then I can save. And move on. Okay, and then the other thing was a code, the video code. And I think everybody saw the email about doing the embed code. And do it from scratch so you can see. Okay, actually let's start with this div class code. I'm going to copy the first half of it up into this bracket here. Then hit return and go to, in YouTube, the share button and embed, copy this, and that will go next. And then we have, the end of that code is this. If you click this source button, you'll get this iframe box, and that's what you want to see before you leave. So make sure you check that that shows up. And don't forget this embed responsive. We need that in there. And this to end it. Okay, so save. Yeah, I think that's it. So we're doing lessons now instead of assignments. There's the math equation editor. So all of the equations need to be replaced. Anytime you import a lesson, you need to replace it with the equation editor. Images will be separate files that you have to drop in the link, and then the video code is embed code from YouTube or Vimeo, and that extra div source code. So I think that will be it for the math courses, and everybody will be working on Integrated Math 3A and 3B starting next week. There will be some cleanup in Integrated Math 1A, 1B, 2A, but I'm not quite sure yet who I'm going to put on that because we're starting a set of business math courses and a set of history courses. So Carolyn is going to be the lead on the integrated math course, and then I will be the lead on the history, social science courses, and then there's somebody new coming on board. Her name is Paula. She starts on Monday, and she will be the lead on the business math courses. So I will introduce everybody via email to Paula, and you could possibly get an assignment from all three of us, or one of us, or one of the three of us. So there's a lot of work coming up. The business math courses will have some of the same elements of math, like the coding and the videos and things like that, but the humanities, social studies courses will be a little simpler. It'll just be a lot of text. So thanks. Let me know if you have any questions. We are on a January 10th deadline for this 1B and 2B courses, and then January 15th deadline for 1A and 2A. So I might ask for some extra work on those. Thank you guys.